Have you guys seen the video of the male teacher who live streamed himself, okay, having 3 of his female students take out his braids in the middle of class? This dude, oh God, not only did he live stream this, but the post that has triggered everything is not even the live stream. It's a clip from the live stream that he narrates over and he posted. And the opening sentence of said narration is him saying, "Let's stir the pot a little bit." Y'all, what is wrong with people? This guy, oh my God. So now the internet is going crazy. Everybody's talking about how improper it was, how inappropriate it was. And, just because something's not sexual doesn't mean it's not inappropriate. Like the debate has gone off. And so what did this guy do? He went back on live stream and doubled down. He got, y'all, and when I say he doubled down, I don't mean like he doubled down like, I did what I did, it's fine. Like, those are my students, we have a relationship, da da da. This fool said, not only what he did was no problemo, okay, but that his students were texting him to tell them that he was okay, and they were so sad that people were coming for him and that he didn't do anything wrong. His students were texting him. How did they get your freaking cell phone number, sir? And I know, listen, some teachers, you might have to interact with them outside of school. You might have, but the way he made it seem like everybody had that shit. He said, my students are texting me. And they're texting me, "Hey, bestie." Words like, "Yeah, bestie." And then when people in the live were telling him, "Dog, you cannot be calling children bestie. The children that you are supposed to be, you are tasked with taking care of and educating." And he's like, "Well, they are my besties." Ooh, red flag. Red flag on the play. Red flag on the play. He's like, "They are my besties." You're not going to tell me that my students, we are friends. Oh boy. Sir, what are you doing? And then he comes back to the live stream to start crying because, you guessed it, he got fired. I mean, wasn't that an inevitable conclusion? Didn't we see that coming down the pipe? He got fired and was crying on live because of that. But like the previous lives, you were doubling down and you were indignant about your choice to have other people's children up in your hair, undoing your hair during school. So, as someone who used to be a teacher, and a young teacher at that, I was a young teacher. I was a teacher in my early 20s back in the day when I was young. I feel, I can empathize with this guy, but 1000% he deserved to get fired. Partly because first of all, you already knew what you were doing was going to be controversial, which is why you posted the video saying, "Let's stir the pot." You don't stir the pot for things that are totally normal and conventional. So you already knew. What that tells me is that you have poor judgment. You have poor judgment. You already knew it was problematic and you posted it. And you already showed that you had poor judgment by live streaming other people's kids. and having 3 of them take out your braids. 2 or 3, I can't remember how many. You know, regardless, people are like, well, we don't know what we don't know blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. This is what I know. If I came into my daughter's school and I walked into her classroom and she and a couple of her friends were taking out their young male teacher's braids, I would freak out. I'd be like, what the hell is happening here right now? I'd be like, why are you in this man's hair? Why are you letting these little girls be in your hair? And, I don't know if they were high school kids or middle school kids, but they were, some of these little girls probably had a little crush on this teacher, which is totally fine. Little children are allowed to have crushes on people. It's the adults who are supposed to behave properly in those situations. So you deserve to get fired, dog, because your judgment is skewed. And not only that, but you like to push the envelope, and people like to push the envelope really should not be around children. Okay, we need to buy the book Betty's to be around our children. And then, the internet goes a digging, and someone pulled up a video of this teacher stitching a video of what everybody says is a high school student, a high school girl, which, I didn't verify. I don't know. She also had a mask in the video and a hoodie on, so we don't know. But she was very clearly in what looked like a school bathroom. Okay? I recognize this is a school bathroom. And her little caption was like, I only like emo boys. This is a high school student. And this fool stitched it with a video of him with a filter with the emo hair, the bang, singing a song as if to say, I'll be that emo boy for you. But he was an adult at the time. And according to the airwaves, he knew that this was a student, that this was a child. So the plot thickens, because if you're out here doing this weirdo behavior, inappropriate behavior, what are you on live stream? What are you doing off camera? What are you doing behind closed doors? So it's just I actually saw the video in real time before the controversy exploded, and I didn't think anything of it. I looked at it, I watched 2 seconds of it, and I scrolled, right? I didn't think anything of it except for this is obviously a provocateur trying to a rage baiter, But it's inappropriate. Regardless of whether the intentions are nefarious, it's inappropriate for a plethora of reasons. Mainly because I know I would never want to walk into a classroom and see my daughter with her fingers in some dusty male teacher's hair. I swear to God. I would they would have to literally take me out in a straitjacket, because I mean, my God, I would have a boycott out there the next day. So this is what's been going on. Most people, thankfully, have called out that it is inappropriate no matter what. There's still the few people who are like, it's not that big of a deal. Da, 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 da. The people who will then later come on the internet and say, where were those girls' parents? Baby girl, you're the parents. You are the parents that let these types of things happen and create these types of situations. So I just wanted to, talk about that, because I was like, what is happening in America?